Hello, everyone. This is Magzilla coming to you late again, Saturday morning, but these weeks are just getting longer and longer. I still feel like I'm in under the wire, so hopefully, if we get this today, it'll help you get ready for some meets coming up. This weekend, I know we're kind of like down. I think there was a meet yesterday on Friday, but we can talk all about it. But yeah, I'm going to get better at this. I'm going to get them out earlier. I'm definitely trying. I thought, yeah, I thought that this was kind of a slower week. So it was really hard to find videos. So I got what I got. Um, I'm not unhappy with it, but well, we got enough to talk about, that's for sure. So let's just dive in and see what's up. What exciting things going on? College gymnastics. Did I go here? I go here. All right, let's go back to the beginning. All right, so let me throw this up for everybody. So looking at Road to Nationals, Oklahoma's still up on top with the high score, followed by Stanford. Ohio is right behind them. Nebraska made a big move this weekend. I don't. I thought they were in the 30s now, but yeah, Nebraska's moving up, and we're seeing Illinois. Did I say no? Okay, let's look back to the high. Sorry, guys. It's Oklahoma, Stanford, Michigan, Nebraska, and then Illinois, Ohio. Yeah, I think I was looking at the average, but I'm looking at the high is what I care about, and I find this the most reminiscent of what's really going on. Penn State's been dropping, and then we have Navy and Air Force have now edged out Cal, and then in the bottom rung we have William and Mary, which has been showing up pretty good. Army, Greenville just did not. I mean, they had a great year last year, and they just have not replicated. But it's fine. They're doing good. Army is able to stay ahead of them. Springfield, and then Simpson at the bottom, who's definitely trailing at this point. But yeah, I mean it's a decent race. Let's look at this. We have a 330 from Oklahoma, and then so it's like 30 points between the top and the bottom. But if you look here down to Penn State, we're all within 7 points of each other, which is striking distance, I would say. I mean, Penn State has had some good meets. I think maybe they're a little bit better head to head than you would look at the scores. But anyway, that's what's going down. What else we got going on? Um, let's get into it. So this last week we had Penn State go up against Illinois, and they won. And you can see here this is a pretty big margin. Um, yeah, they led off on floor. Josh Carnes had a great routine, but all these scores are just a little low. We have Connor Miklos wins on pommel horse, followed mostly by the Penn State guys. Josh Carnes did not really have a great set. Rings, Underhills on top. You see Penn State still taking it here. Um, also of note, Brandon Dang did not compete. I think just coming off of everything. So that's going to be different in like, I mean, NCAA's for sure, or Big Ten championships. A vault, we had Amari Sewell, really kind of stole it. With also Garrett Schooley did very well. Oh yeah, actually, interesting. There's a lot more high scores than I had initially thought. Um, interesting. Yeah, we're week 9. I don't know why I didn't catch that. My bad, guys. Vault was actually really good for Illinois. Interesting. I would say technically I would say this is bad judging. Like, there's no way they scored exactly the same, but yeah, that's fine. Josh Carnes 13-9 on parallel bars. We've seen his routine a few times. He's obviously very strong there. And then he takes high bar. So good on him. Let's see. Navy was William and Mary. Not expecting to see like fireworks here, but well, we'll play the game. Good. Like there's looking 13-8 fives. Good. Pommel horse. 13-1 5. Yeah. So you can kind of see the scores as we go. This is pretty big. Vault here from William and Mary. Sam Lee. I think I've seen a score from him before. It's up there. Oh, and William and Mary takes parallel bars. That's a little surprising. I would expect Navy to be on top. Yeah. And then high bar, Isaiah Drake takes it. I haven't seen very much of Isaiah Drake. He was really their front runner for a long time, but it seems like so far he hasn't been doing all around Drake. Starts with a D. Yeah, well, yeah. It's the 14th. Looks like probably high bar, what, vault, and rings. I guess he was doing some more events earlier on. He just doesn't seem. He used to be up on the front all the time. Anyway, that's just a little surprising to me. But all in all, as you would expect, Navy takes it, but very close, closer than I would have thought. I mean, it was like really close. So William and Mary looking better, and that's what I kind of mentioned earlier. Ohio State went against Nebraska. You would expect Ohio to take this, but nope. Nebraska takes it. Yeah, so floor, we have a 14-2 from Jesse here. Um, it is so hard to find Ohio routines. I don't know what they're doing, why they have to hide them from me, but yeah, it's unfortunate. Uh, and then Taylor Christopoulos, I believe this is Pommel Horse. Hmm. Yeah, this is good routine. It's not quite like in the as high as some of the other ones. Chris Hizer for rings. I mean, this is great. This is a good score. And obviously tied by Yanni, which is pretty crazy. A lot of ties this week. Cameron takes vault, 14-3-5. P bars, we have Yanni again. You can see this is kind of where, you know, 14 from Christian here. Now we've watched this routine before, so we'll watch it again. Spoiler. But you can kind of see here how it goes down. Um, like Nebraska, just hung on. And this is, 3 points Nebraska took here. 2 points here ish. They lost points on P bars, but they met them on high bar pretty evenly. I mean, I feel like it all comes down to the pommel horse is the story. Let's look one more time. Yeah, you just can't have three guys. You're like their best three guys beating everybody on your team. And I'm not gonna lie, like these scores are huge here when you compare. What is this? A 13-6. Ooh, and you just can't count these 11s, man. It's just so hard with the 4-4 count. Like everyone has to hit. Everyone has to hit. But that's what makes it fun, I guess. Okay, so Stanford had their little international meet. And for some reason, I don't understand why they do this, but for some reason, when they report scores on Road to Nationals, and they slide their national team members into their own like group, and they call it the USA national team, um, we don't get any of those scores. Like, actually, this floor, they have what? Kay and Spencer. Actually, Asher Hong won floor. Um, but unfortunately, they don't include that score, I guess. So that's a little weird about Road to Nationals. I don't understand why they do that. But you can kind of see here, I mean, we knew if you didn't think Stanford was going to beat Cal, you're crazy because they always beat Cal. They beat them by 10 points, and they're going to compete again this weekend. So, yeah, I mean, that's just that. I mean, I think it's a good way. They must be trying to just build up numbers or something. But yeah, anyway, let's get into some videos. I show you what happened this week. uh, yeah, we'll see what's up. All right. So before we'll start with floor, of course. So this routine, Jesse Pachelli. I mean, like I was saying before, I cannot find these routines from Ohio. So this is actually the Winter Cup routine, but I hadn't seen it, so I decided to put it in. See, that's a great mount, front full, double pike forward. Ooh, front 2.5. That's not easy. It's got a very upright run. Looks like double full Branny. And I think he flares the handstand. Yep, looking good. So very clean here. I think he's a bit younger, so I think he's going to be competing for quite a while. Look, he snuck that scale, and he's got to get that back leg a little higher, I would say. Not quite flat. But it was decent. Half in, half out with the hop. Yeah, you got to bend your knees on those landings, guys. Anyway, yeah, this is a great routine. Wins in floor if you take out all the national team members, but we don't. So let me go find you one of those routines. So here, this is the Asher Hong floor routine I was talking about. Yeah, just unfortunate how they wanted to film this, but I believe we're going to be in this lower corner. I think we actually move up at one point. There he goes. He always does this jump run thing. Double full, double front. Yeah, here we go. We're up here now. Double full, double front. Very nice mount. I think it was a stick. And then he goes front full, double pike, stick. Double full, side pass. I think that could be upgraded pretty easily. But he has a lot of passes in routine. Double double, tucked. You might notice that he actually does a double layout with a full twist, but he's taking it out here, I think probably for that first pass, that double full, double front, which ended up being a lot cleaner, I think, on the landing. But I think he should think about keeping that, putting that double layout with the full twist back in someplace. I think here he dismounts with double layout, which, like I said, is surprisingly popular dismount. I think maybe you just can see the ground early and you can stick it. But yeah, I've been seeing that more and more. But anyway, that was the actual high. Asher's so powerful. He just has trouble controlling it. But when he hits, he hits. So I'm not surprised to see it, honestly. All right, let's get into. So, did I do it first or second? Okay, we'll go. So something special happened on Pommel Horse this weekend, and I don't mean to talk it up too much, but we had the return of the Koi Young. Dun dun dun. It's very exciting. I don't know if you know, but Koi Young was actually on the national team forever last year. He was an alternate at the Olympics, which was a shame. I really thought he should go. But he's a great pommel horse worker, a great all rounder. But it's good to see him. He had a knee injury and now he's coming back. So I think, sorry, there's a little thing. So he's over here. We're watching here. Maybe we need to restart that. I wasn't paying attention, honestly. Okay, here he goes. Top right corner. Starts off with his scissors a handstand. Going right into a Busanari. Then we do some flare travel sideways. And then we do, I think we're doing a flop sequence right now. Looks really good. It's very clean. Oh, and then we woo. then we have our dismount. Also of note, Asher Hong is over here on the rings. Cool. Yeah. So great routine. Scores a 14.9. Okay, so that launches him up, and I don't even know if this is full difficulty. I feel like he has more difficulty. But yeah, that was a horrible angle. I was able to find this on Instagram. I hate using Instagram, but we'll watch it here. So same routine. He goes scissor handstand, and then we get into our circles right into Busanari. This is a little sped up there. Oh, he does the travel all the way across the pommels. That's awesome. And then he does a flop sequence. I know he has some bigger flops than that. I think he can do like a 360 Russian. Anyway, little straddle there, but really good. Ooh, nice. Magyar over the pommels to the dismount. I know he has a Savato. I didn't see a Savato. So this was an interesting rendition of his routine. I don't know if it's supposed to be like easy, but obviously scoring a 14.9 is not easy. So yeah, I give it to him. Cool. Okay. So I made a little thingy thing for everybody. Let me pull it up. Yes. So last year I tracked all the high scores. Um, but this year, I think I'm going to start off with just pommel horse. So you can see here, this is my amazing pommel horse king tracker. There's a crown at the top. I thought that was really cool. Um, but right now, Patrick Hoops has the top and it's been holding the top at a 15.15. I think this might be the only 15 plus routine I've seen this season, which is obviously way harder than last season. But yeah, if you put Koi in there, did I spell Stanford wrong? Oh well, I'll check that out. Koi Young is at 14.9. Like that jumps him way up. Okay, Brandon Dang has been holding pretty high with his 14.8, doing great, doing great. And then we have the tie between Parker and Ignacio. I have a feeling not Ignacio has more to give. Like he's going to explode here. But yeah, so that's this. I would say that's the people I'm looking at here. This top five. I would say Aiden Lee. I mean, he's in the mix. He has a 14.65 also. So I'm not ignoring him. He's just not one of the usual suspects, though. And then I found this guy, Maddox. I haven't seen this routine, but I guess he's the next highest after Aiden. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's your top seven right there. I feel like that's enough. I honestly was going to stop at five, but Aiden snuck in with his tie, and then I just thought it was worth mentioning who's below him. So yeah, we're gonna track these guys. We're gonna see. I think this is gonna shuffle a bit. I'm really excited for the bigger tournaments like Big Tens and stuff when they go head to head. Will be really interesting to see. But I'm telling you right now, I'm calling it. Your pommel horse champion is on this list. I guarantee it. It's going to be one of these guys. But let's see what some let's see what else is going on. Rings. Rings was kind of fun this season. I mean this week. I actually was able to pull two routines. So I told you I think we had a tie at a 14.25 from Chris Hizer and Yanni Chronopoulos. So they're both same team, Nebraska. So that's pretty crazy. But it'll be fun. Let's watch two routines with the same score. Let's see what you guys think. Oh, Asher Hong competed for the national team at the meet. So it's great backup rise. Maltese. Oh, yeah, that was solid. Oh, backup rise right to planche. Also very solid. Lowers to Maltese. Very good. And see, that was a clean swing handstand. His arms were locked the whole time. I felt, ooh, this is really nice. I like that combination there. The ring's like slack and he like floats, and that's what I want to see. And then the backup right handstand was also super clean, double double hop on the dismount. Yeah, very really clean there through the Milwaukee and Johannesson. Yes, very nice. Which is interesting. So we'll watch this one. I feel like this routine might have a little bit more difficulty, but less execution. And yeah, I was gonna say Asher Hong wins rings here. Ooh, very nice. Azarian to Maltese. Bounce cross. Love it. Don't see that as often anymore. Yeah, but I've shown Asher Hong's routine a million times on this channel, so it's like just go back to any other week if you want to see it. It was a standard routine for him. See, that was a little struggle, but he controlled it really well. Also very nice, but you see like less slack there, kind of a check, balance check at the end of that back up rice handstand. Double double was a lot cleaner with the stick landing. So I think it kind of evens out there. Actually, when I think about it now, I don't think the difficulty might not be that far off. Uh, People just messed up a little bit in different areas. Like I think it was Chris. It's like almost perfect routine until the dismount, while Yanni had a few little bobbles, but then stuck the dismount. So good on him. And it's nice to highlight some other people. I don't want to be like just doing the same guys over and over again. Okay, am I messing everything up? We did see Asher Hung on floor. Good, everything's great. Um, let's move on to vault. So actually, the high score of the week was a 14-4 by Ricky Mays, and I think this was this William and Mary? Oh no, it's Greenville. Boom. I mean, it is clean. I give it to him all the way there. Oh, I love the walk off. Yeah, very clean vault. But sometimes at these meets, I feel like if he was at the Stanford meet, I don't know if that takes it. But it wins here, 14-4. Take it. Let's watch his feet coming on. The horse. Yeah, just like only the littlest of separation. I would say he could be higher, but he was high enough, and he was right down the line. I mean, it was a great vault, and it's great to see somebody else, like another school, with a first place. Because I keep having to say Stanford and Oklahoma all the time. So yeah, I love it. I'll take it. I'm into it. All right, what else we got going on? We got some parallel bars. I mean, unfortunately, there were some good P-bar routines from some of the some places. So this is top corner, Colt Walker. I don't have the score. I just know he won the meet, and I know the other high scores in the meet were higher than some of the other meets. So I think he wins the week. Whip it, handstand. Ooh, very nice, Makoots. He goes, oh, giant full handstand. Nice. That to me that skill seems so scary. Yeah, this is my favorite thing. His bobs are just floats. And right now you can see he's just in control. He's taking his time. I mean, you can't take much on this routine, honestly. It's super clean. He's always been a great P-bar worker, so it's not surprising. Love to see him on the national team. We'll see. Some of these guys from Stanford, Burkhart and Walker specifically, man, they have just been like right there competing for a national team, and it's unfortunate when we could take like 8 people. They would go every time, but now with the teams being smaller, it's tough. But I think Colt Walker is somebody I would like to see squeeze in for Worlds. I mean, I love Burkhart too, but it's you only take who you can take. Speaking of Burkhart, I have him as the high score. Oh well, yeah, I have actually the highest recorded score this week was from Christian Kravoski. So we'll start there, and then we'll go back to Burkhart. So this is actually another Winter Cup routine. I believe I actually showed this exact routine right after Winter Cup because I was so impressed by it. But well, it's Woolstorm the start. Anyway, Wallstrom, whatever. Uh, yeah, this is a great routine, but I just can't find any video from them in this. Unfortunately, their meet was not televised on the Big Ten network this week. So this is a stand-in routine. You can see super clean. I think he kind of blew through one of his talk half, I think it was. But everything else is super, I think, dialed in. Can't complain about it. He's got some great in-bar work. I love how his coach goes crazy there, like the fist punch. And that's a little interesting. I have to kind of go back. That looks like a double-double to me. I mean, it's possible it could be a triple-double, but I don't think so. But that's kind of a crazy dismount. Fine, we'll look at it. Who wants to go back? Just because I know my audience is I know my audience, right? Okay, let's go. He just doesn't tap, so it always scares me. You see? That's double double for sure. But yeah, I'm always like, is he? Oh, he's going. It's like he's doing it dismount. It always freaks me out. Anyway, so this is Burkhart's routine. I really like this one. He actually switched some things up, and I thought it was good. I don't know if you remember, but Burkhart, looking at high bar right, top right again, slash bottom right. Anyway, um, We'll talk at the end. So he starts off with a Lucan. I've seen this before, but I haven't seen it in a while. So that was really surprising to me that he went with that. Look at this beautiful. Oh, Piatti. That's what it is. Yeah, I thought he was going to do two Stalders again. And oh, he does Rebalco from the Stalder. And that's the Winkler, the full twisting Jaeger. I mean, this is just like so many, like a clinic of releases. I wish he would throw the casino just to, get all the families together. But this is awesome. Triple back stick. Okay, I haven't seen a lot of these triple backs, but man, like that was perfect. I mean, it's got to be a lot of flipping, but I mean, with that dismount, that routine, I mean, that's a pretty high score. I'm thinking for him. I wish I had the number. Like I tried to find it, but they don't publish the scores outside of Road to Nationals, and it wasn't in Road to Nationals. But I know it must have been high. So yeah, I mean that was it, man. It's a pretty good week, all considered. Um, so yeah, I thought we're rocking along. I think it's going to build and build a little bit, and then we're going to start hitting the really tough uh, tournaments with the like Big Tens coming up and stuff. I can give you an actual date on that. But I kind of messed up last weekend. We didn't really talk Gym Act. There wasn't a lot going on, but I really should have at least went in there. As far as Gym Act goes, Arizona State just got this magical 306.7, and it's been able to hold on for them, keep them in the lead. But I believe Minnesota just scored this 306.5, which is 2 tenths less. I don't know. I mean, I feel like Minnesota consistently scoring better. Um, and honestly, there's not too much else to talk about. I mean, I just don't think Washington is going to find 9 points. I just don't. And so they're the guys who are waiting for people to mess up. So it'll be fun. I mean, like if Arizona State goes and just crumbles, Washington will take them for sure. Indy Ho is way too high up here. Indy Ho is way too high up there. I mean, for a new school. But sometimes these new schools actually bring a lot of talent. Um, and then we kind of, start whittling down Temple, Iowa. Iowa had some good stuff this weekend. Bay Area, it's kind of a smaller team, but they have good guys, so they kind of earn the mix, no doubt. And then we just kind of like flutter down Rocky Mountain, kind of leading the more like what's it called, United Alliance kind of type squads. I guess Bay Area is leading those kind of squads. But yeah, some competitive stuff all the way down to Florida Storm. Unfortunately, SC United is kind of way off the mark there. But yeah, we'll see. I think the one thing that's nice about Gym Act is they do a lot of like big meets later in the year. think they do like Western Conference Championships, Eastern Conference Championships, and then they have a championships, and that all kind of goes with the JO Nationals, and so it's a little bit after the NCAA stuff finishes. So we got some time for these guys, and we're gonna see how it develops. So it's not very exciting right now, but like it will be. But let's go back in time. I had it set up and I didn't. So I didn't really talk about much, but we'll go quick. Indy Hio beat Temple. This is kind of huge for Indy Hio as a new team. The 4 points on floor, awesome, killed it. 5 points on pommel horse, dang. They even squeaked out 2 points on steel rings, and then this is pretty competitive the rest of the way through. But man, you can't be giving up 4 points on floor. And you definitely can't be giving up, 5 points on pommel horse. I mean, you're never going to make this up. So Temple, you got to find something, buddy. But yeah, good routine, good meet. And this is kind of interesting. Iowa went up against Minnesota, and you would think Iowa would be pretty competitive, but not, not as competitive when you're looking at Minnesota at a 305, and their high is at 306. So speaking of that, we did have one big meet, the NIU Invitational. And let's see. Yep, this was the 306 from Minnesota. And this was a 306 going head to head with Arizona State. So that's a 6 point lead over Arizona State. So Arizona State can score high, but not this time. Yeah. Unfortunately, Arizona State, well, let's look at some scores. I would say, I believe they had a routine on floor where literally he fell. Yeah, every pass. I mean, you can't be like scoring 9-8, man. Like I could do some cartwheels out there and get a 10. So I don't know. That's unfortunate. It's just a bad day, you know what I mean? But I would say I would expect him to be scoring, in the 13s. I mean, that's 4 points back right there. Like, I'm not trying to, you know, give the guy trouble, but I'm just saying this is going to be a very competitive final leg of the season between Arizona State and Minnesota. So we got some scores here. Mark Davis wins uh, Pommel Horse. A lot of low scores. I would expect a few 13s, but not quite. And then some lower scores in the low 13s on rings as well. Grossman's always been pretty good. Nikki Franz usually scores a lot higher, so that's a little surprising. And then Vault went to Minnesota for sure. I mean, wow. It's almost whole point here between these two for the next team. Grossman, I mean, he is great on parallel bars. We know that. And then high bar, Minnesota takes it again. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. But what I really want to do is look at some videos. So I'll start pulling some stuff up. So I didn't do the high routines and the low routines this time around. I don't know how much I loved it. I think we had some video to play with last week, so it was fine. But this is pretty surprising from Iowa. We have Schaffner. He goes double full, double front. A little bit of a cowboy, but that was a stick. So great on him. He comes back 3.5, I believe, if my eyes do not deceive me. And what do we do? Double full stick. I mean, he could have prepared for landing maybe a little bit better, but that was great. Oh, he goes planche. I feel like he stopped. I think this is a great routine. This is actually super competitive, even on the NCAA level. You can tell he's a twister. 2.5 layout, small hop, 1/10. Double pike stick. That was nice. So yeah, it's good to see some different teams stepping up. Happy to see Iowa in the mix. Pommel horse. I have a routine. Oh, this is Mark Davis with a 12-6 on pommel horse. I believe it's Arizona State. Yeah. So it's a little bit surprising routine. There's some higher start values. He just starts with the scissor though, and this is nice. These Russians in the middle. Nice. Right into a good Stockley flop sequence. A little Russian out of that flop sequence to the woo. Tong Fei. Oh, and he goes go Russian dismount. Dude, I think it's great. I just would like to see that rise a lot more. I'm a big fan of that, like really like when they throw it up to handstand at the end. But yeah, sweet. And so you can see these are pretty solid competitive routines. So it's a little less so here, but let's go. So we got Carter Phillips, I believe. I mean, it's so hard to see what's going on, and there's no sound in this video. But this is a clean front uprise L, a small um, arm bend, maybe. I mean, it's good inlocate. Good Johannesson to Yamawaki. A little clunky, but I don't think you take much on that back uprise. I mean, that press handstand was straight arm, straight leg. Ooh, there's a balance check. Maybe take 3/10 there. And maybe take another 3/10 there. It was a little wobbly. Maybe I'm being mean. I love his bail is so like straight arm bail. It's just like locked out. So there were some harder routines, but that was clean. And sometimes clean wins, and that's the case right now. I got a vault for you from Ben Levitin. I believe this is a 14-6. Massive score. You see, I like the. Oh. Oh. I mean, you can kind of see. We watched the other vault earlier, which is definitely better. A little less height there, but he twisted crazy. But man, that landing, his face was priceless. Here we go again. Maybe they can jump us ahead and be like, yeah, but it was hard to get these videos. This meet was not easy to look through. It was good. It was clean in the air, actually. I give it to him. All right. Moving on to parallel bars. I got an exciting routine for you. If I can find it. Here we go. I don't know. It's Grossman with a 13-3. So great start, Kip L. Not bad. It's not like breaking any records with that, but I mean, it's all good. Ooh, okay. Beautiful save. A little unfortunate. I mean, I don't take 5/10 on that, you think? Oh, not quite handstand there. So they don't have to do the pirouette with their handstands, which the NCAA guys have to do, which is interesting. But look at that dismount. Double back with a full twist. You could tell it's like a sigh of relief. He's like, "Ooh, it worked. I got through it." So that's a strong routine. I don't think that was a good routine, but I think it will be. I think it has difficulty. I think you give him, I think you make it let him do it again, and it's going to be a way higher score because that was nice. Okay, I think we're winding down here. I'm looking for a high bar routine. Carter Fellows. Here he is. Jack Gagamov. 13-3. So I think it is him. I tried to read the back of his shirt, but this is a good routine though. Okay, jams to Eagle Giant. Ooh, hops right into endo. Strong pirouette. And we go. Ooh, nice. Coleman. And Kovacs. Nice. Oh, what happened there? I don't know what happened there. Okay. Nice Stalder. Lap it up for the dismount. Double A. I mean, I don't know why he's not twisting that dismount, but dang. Like, those releases were on fire. I don't know how uh, Minnesota does it. Like, how does everybody have a Kovacs in their, like, routine? You watch Arizona State, you get, like, maybe one or two Kovacses, but man, it is impressive. Anyway, what's going on? I know, today, really, huh? So let's do that. Quick, quick, quick. And I made this a little bit longer video because I'm just kind of lazy and it's the morning. And I've noticed that it's not like people are freaking out about it. So I feel like I'd rather just do my way. All right, we got Green. Oh, so we got some scores in, guys, from Friday. So Greenville lost to Navy. Actually, this was way closer than I would have thought. Like, this is like by the skin of their teeth. So I'll have some stuff on it, maybe, hopefully, get some stuff on it. Air Force went against Army and lost. Oh, that's interesting, guys. I'm gonna have to look at this. So we'll get some videos for this for next week. Simpson did the Simpson thing, but we got Greenville. Did Greenville compete yesterday, and then they're gonna turn around and compete again today? Well, go good on them, I guess. But they'll be going against Oklahoma and William Mary. I think Oklahoma is just going to walk away. This is the big ticket item, I think, right here. I want to see how Ohio does against Michigan. I mean, they've been doing like back to back to back meets, so I know they're tired. Um, Nebraska against Penn State again, a rematch. Wait, no. Nebraska went against Ohio. Ooh, so now Nebraska beat Ohio, and Penn State has a chance to beat Nebraska. So this could be interesting. Be watching for that. And I think Springfield Simpson will be interesting, but I just think Springfield's going to take it. But yeah, that's what to look forward to as far as your gym acts. We have today Bay Area Bandits, New York Alliance, SC United, Rocky Mountain. I'm not like super crazy about this. I think Rocky Mountain can take it. Bay Area can also be competitive though. I think SC United and New York Alliance are going to have to work really hard, but this could be interesting. We'll definitely report on it. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. Um, Hopefully you enjoy a good week. Get some good gymnastics in this weekend, and we'll keep rocking forward. The season's winding down or midway right now, so it's about to pick up. It's about to get serious, so you guys can get excited. If you're not watching now, you should be watching. Like this is when it's going to take off. So get into it, okay? Maxilla, I'm out.